Rubin. Joel, so many questions for you. Let me pick up with where Tony dropped off with the White House decision to freeze infrastructure funding in blue cities and blue states, Chicago being the latest. Is there a precedent for using federal funds as a political weapon?
Asieh, it's great to be with you. No, there is not. It's beyond the pale. Never before in a shutdown has the American president taken out his anger on the American people like he's doing in the case of New York. And mind you, there are many Republicans in New York, too. And so what he's doing is he's essentially penalizing Americans for his own political problems and his inability to close the deal with Democrats in Congress so that the government can stay open. And it's really something we've never seen before.
Okay, so we're in day 3. Has anything really changed, Joel, since day 1? In fact, it seems like each side is hardening its position even more.
Yeah, you're right, Asieh. This is one of those shutdowns that doesn't have a clear path to ending. And I do think we've seen some shifts in the last couple of days in the polling. The polling seems to appear that Democrats are winning on the messaging war better than what they were doing a couple of days ago. But that doesn't mean it's going to change Republicans. And that's the key question is, will Republicans decide that the political pressure is strong enough? And I just don't think they will. And I think we're going to be in an impasse for quite some time until finally some bipartisan agreement comes forward to commit to protecting Americans' health care, which is what the point is. This is why Democrats are fighting like this right now, because prices, costs for health care are about to skyrocket. And there is a legislative fix to that Democrats want and the Republicans are not supporting.
Joel, can you clarify something for us? Tony also talked about this briefly. We keep hearing from the Republicans, again, Mike Johnson mentioned it again today, accusing Democrats of demanding free health care for illegal aliens. It's their favorite word. We keep hearing it from them over and over again in return for their support of a federal funding bill. Tony says this is not true. Tell me what it is that the Democrats are specifically asking for.
No, it's not true. It's illegal for the federal government to provide funds for any purpose to undocumented immigrants here in the United States. And what is happening is that the previous bill that passed into law, the big, beautiful bill, according to President Trump, included a provision that blocked states from using their own funds to pay for such health care. And so what Democrats are saying is that that's a ridiculous provision. You can't have the federal government telling the state government what to do. That's against our system of governance. Plus, Democrats want to reinstall certain provisions that provide subsidies for Americans to get health care on the health care exchanges under the Affordable Care Act that have been deleted by previous legislation. Again, the big, beautiful bill, which is going to see Americans' costs for health care skyrocket. So Democrats are trying to pull that back as well and save the healthcare spike, prevent that from occurring. So this is just a false argument being peddled because, frankly, there's no good policy argument for why healthcare should go more and get more expensive.
And Joel, do you think there was a better way for Democrats to handle this?
Yeah. There always is a better way when one looks at the outcomes, and the outcome right now is very difficult and ugly. But really, when you have a president like President Trump dug in, there is not much room for maneuver. And I guess the only question is, would Democrats not support American health care, not support making it more affordable, and just give up to the president, even though their constituents want that, and even though the polls want that? And I think that this is the reality. And if my only criticism is that I wish that we had messaged a little bit better on the Democratic side and explained it better earlier, that's about it. But from a legislative, tactical perspective, this was a situation that they had to deal with, and they had to do it in this manner.
All right, Joel Rubin, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.